what I can talk about is considering how I reached this level of English is considered to be very short compared to other Japanese English learners. I understand it, and this has many reasons what have made me so. But the thing is, it was just 1 or 2 years that made me be able to speak English like this. But still, the quantity, I can say, the quantity that I used English is a lot more than other English learners had done, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I think you just intensively used it.
Yeah.
Compared to other language learners, you probably had so much opportunities and time to spend on speaking.
Because when I got this English, not now, but looking back when I learned English from you, definitely I was in Japan and I took 2 classes from you, and I had a hectic life as a teacher, working full time, but I was able to acquire English speaking skills at the last, finally, eventually and finally. And just how I could do it is because of the quantity of using English is a lot more.
Yeah, definitely quantity. Yeah. So like maybe you did like 1 year for 2 year equivalent time. I don't know, like a little longer for average, people, how much they spend average. So I really believe it's probably the same, that how much time we need is the same. You just did it intensively in a short time.
So just I thought, how this was just a quantity. Of course, the psychological aspect plays a big role in making person to be able to speak second language. But at the same time, quantity is also a crucial part to be able to acquire the language. Definitely. So
quantity. Yes, quantity and quality. Yeah.
And intensively. I mean, should be that the exercising time should be I don't know, held in a very short time, I think, because it is difficult to do that kind of time for 3 years or 4 years. It's gonna be tough to keep doing for 4 years, 3 years, but like focusing on 1 year and then having
1 year is I agree. 1 year is probably for adults especially is a good time to concentrate their life to learning English.
So
I agree.
This is the thing that I can tell them, like definitely they have to practice, have to practice, and there's no way around, just have to practice. That's it. If they have any time to say how can you acquire English skills, then practice rather than asking me the question.
Stop asking, just practice.
This is my honest opinion.
I honestly, I feel the same. I feel yes.
Remember, like,
just rather than think, just do it.
Do you remember like we've started using English after 3 months. We've started learning English together, and then I asked you to speak to me only in English after 3 months, and then you try to do it every time, and again you try to ask me to explain, just when we had a kind of like audio listening practice, when you asked me to explain what I've heard from the audio. At the beginning you asked me to do it in Japanese, but then we shifted our way of teaching from Japanese to English, and you were kind of like nicely strict on me using English all the time. So even though I found it sometimes difficult to explain what I heard, to explain it in English, but when I just use it a little bit of Japanese, and you always said to me, stick to English. Then I just, okay. Then I just, got back myself into English and try to squeeze my brain to pick up the right vocabulary or expressions. So this is how I use English.
It really depends on their level. Like if I did this to someone who's a beginner, then they will really hate English. They will start hating English. So we should also really be careful with the level and the skill that they have, their current skill, and what we can assign them to do.
Are they beginners? They are adults, aren't they?
They're not. They're all adults. Most of them are adults, but some of them really, really don't have almost. I wouldn't say knowledge, but they are just not. They are not. I don't know how to say it because. Yeah, some of them definitely need more knowledge to start being able to speak. But I really don't know the answer to this because I don't know, like if it's okay to start speaking in whatever sentence or whatever, the structure they have now, because they just simply cannot continue in a sentence. All they can say sometimes, those people, all they can say is just words or not even words or like super like confused sentences. So those people definitely need steps, I think, at least grammar and basic vocabulary, but it really, some people really take time to even build these basics because they take their own pace and like they're not like intensive learners like Ayaka. So it really take time, and especially the older we get, I think it's very clear that it's slower that they acquire the sound, and so the speed will be different for those people.
I got it. And I also think like there's a rate of speech production. That means it's not always that I can speak English fluently in any field. It's like it's something that I told you yesterday, like. Because there's a bunch of countless occasions to speak English. I mean, the context and occasion and everything is different. So having a conversation within our friends is the easiest thing. Maybe if we have a friend from, who use English as a second language, then the situation could be easiest. But we have a bunch of occasions like one-on-one conversation like this, or having a native speaker around them and just jump into the conversation. Yeah. Being myself as only, speaking English as a second language, or speaking at the classroom, presentation, every situation different. And it even depends on the topic that we are talking about. The question, どうすれば英語が話せるようになるの? is like, it really depends. What does it mean even? I mean,
your honest question.
Yeah, because どうすれば英語が話せるようになるの? それぞれの状況で違うから、それぞれの自分はじゃあ今どの状況だったら英語を話せる話しやすいのか、今自分が英語を話しやすい状態はどこの状態なのか、どこの状況で話せるようになりたいと思っているのか、そしたらそこの状況に身を置いて練習するしかないよね。ないよね。
そうだよね。いや本当にそれにつきますね。
ゴルフでバンカー打ちしたかったらバンカー打ちの練習するでしょって。それ同じなんだよね。 同じ
そうだね。
なんだよね。
うん。モータースキルだよね。language も、motor skills、muscle memory。だから、やっぱり体でね、覚えていくしかないんだよね。そういう。
だんだん染みついていくっていうかね。
うん。
でもやるしかないそれしか答えはないよね。やるしかない。なんかできるかできないじゃなくて、やるかやらないかみたいな。もうそれでしかない。
うん、そうだね。だから、そう。うん。やるかやらないかだよね。本当に。
ほんとそう。
やろうと思えるか、やれる環境を自分で作れてるか。